Question for you. Ignore how I look. It's my day off and I still need to get in the shower. I just got in from taking my kid to school and then I stopped at a local bakery. One of my favorites. It's called The Baker and the Cake Maker. Long name, I know. But it's on Lincoln Way here in Auburn. They have some of the best pastries and muffins. Cakes, breads, pastries, muffins. There's something else they do too, but this is my absolute to die for favorite. This is a brown butter pumpkin muffin, and it used to be a strictly seasonal item, but I've noticed each time I go in there, it's still on the menu, and it's been years, so I think it's there to stay. You hear that crunch? Oh, it's so good. The edges. Tastes like a spice muffin almost, or like a spice cookie because it's really crunchy. And then you get to the inside and it's a super soft, super moist pumpkin. And it's like, if you like carrot cake, you'll love this pumpkin muffin. But say like you love carrot cake but you don't like the nuts and you don't like the raisins in it, get the pumpkin muffin. It's so good. So good. I have been trying, without success, to replicate this recipe. Like, I make a really good pumpkin muffin, but it's not this moist. It's not like this cakey, like, I don't know what they do, but it is worth the $4.75. It is worth it. I don't go very often anymore because I can't afford to spend like $10 every day or anything. But tomorrow's my birthday. So I figured as an early birthday treat, hi Miss Tinta, I would go and get me some treats from my favorite bakery. And then I proceeded to forget to tell them that was my birthday, so I didn't get my free little treat kind of a thing. But that's okay. We can use it again tomorrow maybe. So this is sweet brioche. I picked the lime curd with strawberries because it sounded good. Demi is not the prettiest one, but it will taste really good. I know. I've had their sweet brioches before. Usually there's this other one I get. It was like a blueberry curd thing that I used to get all the time. I didn't see it this time, but they had like 3 or 4 different sweet brioches. They also have gluten-free options and vegan options. So it's a wonderful bakery to go to. Like I said, it's on Lincoln Way here in Auburn. It's called The Baker and the Cake Maker, and you should definitely check them out. They have a website. They have a web page. They're on Google. You can find them really easy, but I suggest you do it. Their prices are pretty decent. The cakes are a little bit more, you know, but then cakes are expensive no matter where you go. Like, you could go to the grocery store and you're going to spend at least $30 on a cake. So their cakes are like around that price, like $30, $28, something like that. But they're big cakes. They're like tall cakes. They're very decorated. They're gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous. And if I had thought about it, I might have bought one for my birthday tomorrow, but I kind of forgot it was my birthday until today. My daughter was talking about it, and then I was like, oh yeah, it's my birthday tomorrow. She was like, yeah. Tina says, yeah, it's your birthday. Don't forget about it. Am I the only person who talks to their cats? I kind of wonder this, because my cats talk to me and I talk back, and some people think I'm crazy, but I swear to God, my cats know what I'm saying. This one got out early this morning. Well, I let all the cats out. I've been letting them outside more and more often because they've been really good about coming back when I call them. And even though this one, she's like only 2 weeks old, if even that. We got her on Christmas Eve, and she was like too young to leave her mother even then, but she was really sickly, and the person who had them wasn't able to like care for them properly. So my daughter took this one to save because I don't think it would have survived. But it's doing really well. Miss Tinta is doing quite well. She's very healthy now. We got lots of medicine in her. She's not too pleased because I had to give her some more medicine yesterday, and it causes tummy troubles. So she's kind of not like her usual happy-go-lucky self. I mean, she's happy. She's just not like running around and everything. But then she ran outside and she was playing like we have like a culvert. Sometimes my daughter calls it a ditch. But my other cats are just sitting. Can you see them? Where are they? They're just sitting on the porch. We have a feral kitty that lives outside. His name's Starry Bobcat because he's part bobcat. And so they like to go outside and play with them. But then when they're done playing, they'll just sit here on the porch. And usually that means like they want to come in. But I guess right now it's just, they're just chilling. Probably because they hear all the noise. There's like some big construction trucks. Tinta's got my braid caught around her paw. Hey, baby, how did you get my braid caught around your collar? There you go. Poor thing. She was like getting stuck on me, huh? No, we don't want butt shots. No one wants to see your butt. She's gonna... Oh, this cat she's so affectionate. I love her. I love her even if she's so little. But yeah, so I was talking to her today, and she was the last one to come in, and I was starting to stress because it was time to take my kid to school, right? And Issa was already in the car, and she was trying to get Tinta, and she was like, she keeps running away from me. And I'm like, well, that's weird, because she's a good listener. She really does. And she likes people, and she likes me. So anytime I call her, she comes, and then she hops up on my shoulder, and this is where she'll spend the entirety of the day, is doing this, like a neck scarf. So I keep the hood on, even though I'm inside while I still have the sweater on, because this cat is all claws. And this is just what she does all the time. She just wraps herself around my neck. And I'm like, it's okay. She's my little cuddle bunny. She's so precious. Oh, God has blessed me with a beautiful cat that I didn't even know I wanted. But yeah, I got so lucky. This one will probably forever be mine. Technically, she's my oldest daughter's, but this cat sleeps with me. This cat likes me, and I like her. I think I feel bad for her because she was so little, so tiny, so malnourished, and so very sickly. But now she's getting better. Like, look how shiny and thick her coat is. Even her tail's growing back. She had a spot on her tail where the fur came off, and it's like growing back already. So I'm just like, oh, thank goodness, because I was really worried about that. I was really worried about her. But she's doing so good. She's doing so good. And I didn't have to spend $450 on vet bills because we did it ourselves. Thank you, Google. But yeah, my other ones, I know it's cold because they're just hunched up like that. And normally they wouldn't be like that. They'd be running around playing. But they're like, it's cold. We're just going to sit here and hunch into our coats. My house is such a mess. I mean, it is such a mess. I have a sink full of dishes that weren't there yesterday because I did them yesterday morning. As soon as I came home from work, I did all the dishes. And now they're a sink full again. And I'm like, I didn't even make dinner last night. I bought the stuff to make dinner. And then we had a bunch of company, like all of our cousins came because everyone heard that I got a job. So they all came to like congratulate me and say, hey, good work, you know, kind of a thing. So all the family came by, which was nice, all my cousins and stuff. And my brother had like a fire pit out there. And then when it became like 4:30, I had to go get my oldest daughter from work. And I was like, oh, you know, I should think about dinner. So I took some brats out to thaw, and then I was like, well, there's more people than I have brats, so I'll just, when I go to Walmart, I'll pick up, you know, some other meat so we have enough food for everybody. So then I found a tri-tip, which I gotta go marinate right now. I found a huge tri-tip that was $20 off. $20 off. And I was like, oh, I gotta get that. It's like over a 3-pound tri-tip for only $13. And I was like, oh, that's a good deal, because they had like hamburger patties out, and it was like 4 hamburger patties was on sale for like $10. And I was like, well, for $3 more, I get a whole freaking tri-tip. So I bought that, and then I brought it over to my dad and my brother over there. She keeps nuzzling my neck, this little kitty. She's got this new thing now where she'll like gently bite my neck right here, right here in my ear. It's like her nuzzling, and I'm like, dude, it makes my tummy tingle. So I was like, don't do that. It feels funny. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I brought the meat over to them, but they were drinking. Like, I don't drink, and my kids don't drink, right? But they do over there. So my brother was drinking with some of the cousins, and by the time I got home with the meat, they were tossed. And I asked my brother, I was like, here, I brought you tri-tip. Because my brother loves tri-tip, and he always likes to cook it for me. So I was like, here, I brought you the tri-tip. I got you Sweet Baby Ray's, because I know my brother likes Sweet Baby Ray's. I'm kind of indifferent, but he was really obsessed with it. So I'm like, whenever I'm looking for a marinade or a barbecue sauce for meat or something, and I know it's going to be for like my brothers to eat, and I'm like, it's got to be Sweet Baby Ray's, because he likes that. So I bought him a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's and like some garlic powder and seasonings and stuff, and then brought it over there. And I was like, here, I brought you a tri-tip. And he was like, I'm an animal food. And I was like, oh, you're drunk, aren't you? And he's like, I was like, okay, obviously you can't cook. And I tried to help him too. I was like, because they had a fire pit going, right? And it had logs in it, and it looked really good. And I was like, just stick a grate over your fire pit. Because they were like, well, we don't have no coals, no briquettes. And I was like, well, if someone would have texted me when I was at the store, I could have got them. And then my cousin was like hinting, like, you know, if you give me the money, I'll go get them. And I was like, dude, I only have $10, which is enough actually to buy a small bag of briquettes. But I think he was wanting more money. And he was like, I have no money either. And I was like, okay, we'll just do it another day. So I have a tri-tip in there to cook today. I have some brats in there too. I noticed my daughter used like at least one of them. This is what happens when they're drinking and they get hungry in the middle of the night. They decide to make ramen and brats. We had pizza bread. That's what me and the oldest daughter had. With these gigantic pepperonis. These things were so rough, though. I'm going to give it to the cat to eat. It's like a chew toy. I almost choked on this piece of pepperoni because it was, like, so hard. You hear it? It's crunchy, like a chip. I let my daughter cook the pizza bread, and she cooked it really well. That's what I do with all my old food. Like, if we're not going to eat it, it goes to the animals. Usually I toss it outside. Like, this will probably be the only piece I give Tinta because I'm worried about it upsetting her stomach. Like, pepperoni is really greasy. But it's just like a cat treat. Just one. I just give her one, like a little cat treat. Alright. I've really got to get to cleaning because... Oh, Tinta, you dropped your treat down. She might have to get it. It landed in the pot my mom returned that has yet to make it into the cupboard. It will today. I have that. And do you see this? Do you see that? That is the bane of my existence. That is my little porch. It used to have a canopy over it. But last winter, the storms were so bad, it like ripped the canopy out of the ground. It wasn't a canopy. What do you call them? They're like a gazebo, like a pop-up gazebo thing. I can't remember what you call it, but it's like, it was heavy duty metal. It was like raw iron sides. It was really nice. My daughter paid fortune for it. She spent like $800 on that thing, and it was like a birthday gift for me, like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. I can't remember, but yeah, we used to have it right over the wood decking right there, and it was so pretty. It was like 2 stories, and it had like a canopy and a turret on top of the canopy. I miss that. I do miss that. Then the storm came, and it mangled it. It like bit one of the legs in and stuff because one side stayed in the ground really well, and then the wind like tossed the other 3 sides, so it ended up getting kind of twisted. I still think I could have fixed it though. And this was back when my kids' dad was still semi coming around sometimes. Like, he would come around for holidays and birthdays and kind of stuff. So he'd came by for whatever holiday, or maybe it was my girl's birthday or whatever, but he came by. And I was like, oh, can you help me get this down? Because it was stuck really well on one side. And I thought I would straighten the leg and then put it back up. And he misunderstood me, and he'd like tore it apart. And I was like, oh, well, I guess you can just throw it in the trash. I was like, oh no. My poor daughter was so upset. And I was like, well, that was my bad because I didn't clarify what my objective was to get the, you know, to take it down and then straighten the leg and pack it up so I could put it back up together. I wasn't throwing it away. I was just trying to, what do you call it when you take something down? You are, I can't think of the word. My brain's like racing right now and I can't think of what I was saying. But I see my dad out there. Oh, he's let his dog out. I was like, what's my dad just sitting out there? He was like tapping his cane and I was like, did he need something? But no, he let his little chihuahua out to go potty. And normally she'll run over here to get treats because I keep dog treats for her. That reminds me, I went to Salvation Army the other day. Because they're open Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I'm going to go back again tomorrow and see what else they have. And they had like a bunch of different holiday stuff, and they just give it away for free, right? So I went in there and got my bread. Can't remember what bread I got. I got some sliced, oh, I stuck it in the freezer. I got some sliced breakfast bread, they called it. It was a sourdough breakfast bread, and I'm curious to know what's different between regular bread and a breakfast bread. I'm like, is it going to be sweeter? Does it have more protein in it? If it has more protein in it, that would be awesome. But I still had a loaf of bread that I got from them Friday. So can you believe they had this for free? This is the Pacific Coast Shepherd artisan bread. You can buy this at like Rayleigh's in Bel Air. And it's like $5, $6 usually. Sometimes it's more than that, but usually when I buy it, it'll be like on sale for $4.78 or $5. I got that one for free going to Salvation Army. And then they had like all these cool little Christmas things. So I got these chocolate dip spoons to like stir in our hot cocoa, or you could just stir it in hot milk and it'll make hot chocolate. It'll make like chocolate milk. And I mixed them into my coffee, make a mocha. It's really good. So I got those, and then I got all these. I have them tucked around everywhere so you can like trying to hide them from my kids. I found all these marshmallow toppers. These ones are so cute. They're polar bears and they are covered in white chocolate. I've already used one in my coffee, my chocolate, and it was really good. I liked it. Except for the only thing is they're really big. So I had to pick a wide mouth cup to fit in it. And then when you do, it's kind of hard to tell that it's actually a polar bear. But I mean, the package says it's a polar bear. They look bearish, but if you didn't know you were looking at a polar bear, would you know it was a polar bear? That kind of a thing. I got some, like these are from Rayleigh's. These things were so expensive at the store. They were like $4 something for just one. That's why I wait until I can find them like on sale or something. And then they had these when I went back. These ones are like a salted caramel. I got 2 of the salted caramel. And then I was so mad at myself because they had a whole pile of them. They had like a whole freaking box of them. But I never want to be greedy. And I never want to grab, more than I can actually use. So I just grabbed 1 pumpkin spice. And then I grabbed 2 salted caramel. But I didn't realize that it was salted caramel till I got home. I just thought it was chocolate. Oh, my cat's falling. My cat's just falling. Get back up, baby. She tried to eat my muffin and she started sliding off the counter because I was like, nope, you can't do that. So yeah, I got those. I got more. Oh, these things. Okay, if they still have these, I'm gonna grab all of them, or at least a couple more bags. But these little chocolates are the bomb. They're Stores, like S-T-O-R-Z. So I think it's called Stores. It's a chocolate established in 1884. They're, I don't know if they're, oh yeah, they're German. I was like, I'm pretty sure they're German chocolates. I recognize these because my great-grandmother, who is German, used to get these all the time. And I haven't seen them since I was freaking a child. So I didn't even know, excuse me, I blocked that. I didn't even know you could still get them. But aren't they freaking cute? They actually got a little hole on the top of this card that you can make into an ornament. So Santa's belly is a chocolate. And then you can turn these into little ornaments. And I remember my grandmother used to have, used to have a little tree, and she would hang these on them. And if we were really good, Granny would let us take one off to keep. And inside, I remember like they used to have different shapes on them. This whole bag was nothing but like little half eggs, little wafers. Oh, but it's good chocolate. It is good chocolate. It's like better than Dove, but it's got that kind of silky smooth texture like Dove or a Symphony Bar or a really good imported chocolate. Love them. So I got this bag, which has a lot in here. There is a lot of Santas. I've already taken a handful out of here. It was 3.5 ounces, it says, but it's got at least 15 in here. A serving size is 3 of them. So it says it's made in Germany for CHR stores, GmbH and Co. Faux Herrenstrasse. I cannot pronounce the city it's from. I'm sorry. I'm just not good with pronunciations. But I got a bag of Santas. And I got a bag of snowmen. Tell me why these don't expire until like another year from now. Till April of 2026. There's a whole nother Christmas these are good for. So I put 3 of them up to save for Christmas. Because I'm like, why not? Why not? They're going to be good still. So I found those. And they also had some Jelly Belly jelly beans that were like in single serve packages. And that were like Christmas themed. So they were like white with, I think maybe like a stocking pictured on it or something. They don't expire until 2026 as well. So I only grabbed 2 of those because that's all I saw at the time. And I was like, they don't expire till after next Christmas. So I threw them in my bag of Christmas stuff too. Because I was like, well, hey, stocking stuffers for next year. I love doing stuff like that. I was going to do that with these marshmallows too. But I think they don't have an expiration date, so I don't know. I've been looking all over for a date on... Oh, wait, yeah, it does. These are good till 2025. But I got these ones, and then I got another package, which I think I put up somewhere, and they're snowflakes, but they have a design on them. Like, these are just plain marshmallows that are cut into a tree shape. The other ones are snowflakes that have, like, a little sugar design on them that... They're like in blue and green. So they're really pretty. But I tucked them away somewhere. Because do you see the price on that? $6.99 for 12 tree-shaped marshmallows. Crazy. But these are gourmet and handmade, they said. So I'm curious to see if these marshmallows taste any better than these ones. These say they're handmade too. I think, are these the same company? Oh yeah, these are Melville. So of course they're all going to be handmade marshmallows. Because I was like, I've tried these and they're pretty good. But like I said, they have chocolate and they have like little cake decorations on them. Nonpareils, I think you call them. Those little sugar dots down here. They have those on there. These ones are just plain and they're a little fat and they look crispy. And I'm obsessed with marshmallows. I used to make marshmallows every winter. One of my favorite activities when I had my KitchenAid stand mixer. So easy to make. If you have a stand mixer, it's so easy to make marshmallows. Because the hardest part, like when you're making marshmallows or you're making divinity, is pouring that hot sugar syrup into your beaten egg whites. I made divinity this year using a bowl and a hand mixer. That was a job. I don't know how my grandmothers did that their whole lives, because that was a job. It was a messy job. I had sugar syrup everywhere. And the whole time I kept thinking, I was like, oh, if I had a stand mixer, this would be a cakewalk. It would be a cakewalk if I had a stand mixer. But I didn't. And you know what? all the women before me didn't have them either, so they made their holiday desserts just fine. Have you guys seen this? This was another item that I got. I didn't get this from the food bank. I bought it at Grocery Outlet, but I bought it for $1.99. And it's a cold foam creamer made from oats, I guess. And it's actually one of the best non-dairy cold foamed whipped creams I've had. I like this one. This is a white chocolate macadamia, but it's good. Have you had like cold foam? It's like whipped cream, but not. Meaning it doesn't have peaks. So here's my cup. Let's see if you can see. And then see what it does? It makes it like liquidy, but it has a texture to it. So it's not like as soon as you pour it in there, it won't mix into your drink like if you just poured a liquid creamer in. This sits on top of your coffee or your hot chocolate or your chai tea or whatever you're putting it in. It sits on top of it. Creamy mustache, but it's so good. It's really good. I also have ones that have dairy in them, which is what I bought like before I found the oat milk one. And I'm like, I found a pumpkin spice one and a peppermint mocha. They're made, oh, Delight, International Delight. I was like, who makes the other ones that I've been buying? International Delight makes these cold foam creamers. These are pretty good. You don't need to add creamer to it when you add these to it because they're sweet. They're super sweet. And they'll really flavor your coffee, so it's perfect. Like, just a little squirt of this on top of my coffee cup, and it tastes like a peppermint mocha. It's beautiful. There was another, see, we drink a lot of coffee here. We drink a lot of coffee, and we're always trying to make like coffee house style drinks without having to spend $8 on a latte kind of thing. So I bought this the other day, also at Grocery Outlet, because Grocery Outlet has the best prices on stuff. It's where I can find creamers for like $1 or $1.99 or something like that. Sometimes they have them for like $2.99, but I always know that if I just wait a week, they'll be down to $1.99 at least, or 99 cents if it's getting close to its day. So I paid 99 cents for this one. It's chocolate strawberry. Spoiler, it really tastes like strawberries. So I don't like it in my coffee, and my daughter didn't like it in her coffee either. It's that strawberry flavor. I don't know. Do you guys like fruit flavored coffee? Because I've been trying to think of what else I can make. Maybe hot chocolate. I don't know why I didn't think about that before. I was like thinking like, I wonder if it'd be good in like a chai tea type thing, like a black tea, and then you mix in there. But yeah. Oh well, I've been talking to you guys for almost a half hour. I probably will never post this video, so I'm gonna say goodbye and happy Tuesday. I got so much to do.